Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And today I'm going to be trying out something new. I've previously done anti-hauls, but I've never done like new makeup releases. And I kind of just ended up getting sick of the anti-hauls. So I wanted to do new makeup releases, but a little bit different. So I'm going to be taking part in basically the new makeup nonsense bingo, which is created by Emily Hanhan and also Teresa is Dead and Audra at Home, as well as Spooky Lips and Fat Hips do bi-weekly, and it's their kind of series they do. And so they basically play bingo with the new makeup releases. So I'm going to be doing my own spin on it, but if you're interested in something like this, then definitely check out their channels. I will link their channels down below in the description box, as well as the most recent videos. So this is going to be the first installation. I do have my own bingo card. So the spin on this is going to be, I'm going to be reacting based on packaging and the logos and anything that has to do with the aesthetic basically. So if you didn't know, if you're new to my channel, I am a graphic designer. That is my full-time job, and I just love design. I love looking at typography, I love looking at packaging, branding, all that kind of stuff. So I really thought it would be fun to kind of put this sort of spin on it. Just the beginning. So I chose, I believe, 25 new makeup releases from the month of June, and it was a lot, but I chose 25 of the juiciest ones that I want to talk about, and I did put them in like a randomizer wheel type of situation, so it's gonna spit out random ones at me. And I would say if I'm filming for about an hour or like about, I would say like maybe 15 different makeup releases and I haven't had bingo, then I'm just going to kind of end the video at that point because I think it would just get way too long. So since this is the first time that I'm doing this, I am gonna pop up the bingo card here and we're just gonna quickly go through some of the things on it. So first we got, at least it's not papyrus. I don't know if you know, but papyrus is a very horrible font. It's just basically been overused, especially and not limited to any sort of school projects that have to do with Egypt. Like, you have to use papyrus. It's a rule. It's just like an unwritten rule, apparently. Whose handwriting is this? Which is a notion to like handwritten type of looking fonts, good or bad. So then we have kerning. Ever heard of it? If you don't know what kerning is, basically the spacing in between the letters. And sometimes it's a little too little, and sometimes it's a little too much. Then we have its design, which is basically just like a nod to I cannot just go through these without laughing because I am just a design nerd. But this is kind of a nod to the word art type of design with the drop shadow and the like, you know, wavy type. Next one would be a positive one, I would say. That's Spa Gloss and Emboss Me Bitch. And it's basically packaging that has either spa gloss or embossing on it, which, you know, usually is more kind of higher end packaging or some kind of packaging that's like, you know, somebody really paid attention to it. Then we have Helvetica Is That You? Helvetica is such an overused sans serif typeface. Then we have You're Paying for the Packaging, pretty self-explanatory. Beautiful product, ugly packaging, self-explanatory. Oh, you fancy, huh? Self-explanatory. How many more times I'm gonna say that? If everything is bold, then nothing is bold. And this one is just, if everything is bold, if everything is italic, then nothing is italic. Nothing stands out if everything is bold. If Apple made makeup, everything but the kitchen sink, I don't know if you've heard that expression, but literally just like throwing everything at packaging. Then the free space is graphic design is my passion. Then we have all the gradients. Apothecary vibes. I don't know why there's that squiggly line. I don't remember why I put that there. Anyways, probably a stock image. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. A serif logo moment. I've been seeing this a lot recently, so I wanted to put that in there. Love me some nice, really nice serif fonts. Everything just chef's kiss, so also self-explanatory. Patterns everywhere. 2 fonts are good, 12 must be better. Some of these I do just want to shout out quickly. Faces by Gina, because she did help me, as well as Rupi helped me come up with some of these to try to make this just as funny as possible. Then we just have Chef's Kiss. I don't know why I have Chef's Kiss twice. It's okay, I can always just amend it for next month. Then we have Condensed Cap Sans Serif, also very common recently. Make the logo bigger. It's always a client comment. It's a rebrand. We all know who would fall under this. Buying because of the packaging, also self-explanatory. So those are all the bingo squares. Let's get right into it because I have a feeling this video can go on pretty long. First one is probably the one that I least wanted to talk about out of the 25 that I chose, but here we are. This is the ABH lip balms, and this is perfect because this one is 110% falling under probably stock image. I mean, it just has like a coconut and a strawberry and a mango on it. It looks very stockish. I wouldn't be surprised because ABH has done that before. Cough Cough Alyssa Edwards eyeshadow palette. I literally found it on multiple stock websites. Yes, that is a call out. And that brand can afford it. So anyways, I feel like this packaging is just really standard for a lip gloss. Like I could go to the dollar store and find this. So that's that one. On to the next one. Hopefully something a little bit nicer, but that one was a good one, definitely. All right, this next one is like a new brand. It is Peach Slices Acne Clarifying Cleanser. They have a moisturizer and stuff. This is really nice packaging. Just straight up, this is really nice. I don't love the red cross. Like just, this is definitely, I mean, this could fall under a couple of different ones. I would say either if Apple made makeup. No, it's got that like blue line. I don't think it needs to be white and bland is when it needs to be if it's Apple. I think I'm gonna put it under Apothecary vibes. It definitely gives me those, especially because of the cross. Packaging looks really nice. Branding gets a little bit lost. All I see is Acne, which is not the brand. But overall, I would say this is really nice packaging. Next up is this YSL eyeshadow palette or palettes. Oh, these are beautiful. YSL, just, they know how to do packaging. And I mean, the inside looks really bland, but the packaging is beautiful. It is very standard for their brand though. I don't think they really go much outside of their comfort zone. So I'm going to be putting this under Chef's Kiss, I think. Let's do that one. Next up, we have another new skincare brand that looks very similar to a lot of brands already out there. Very simple. We got that pop of color. I'm assuming the different colors mean it's a different product line within the brand. What is the brand? The brand is No, and then it just says Purifying Cleanser. This is for sure if Apple made makeup. I mean, this is literally it. It's super minimal. You have the brand, you have the, milliliters and fluid ounces, which is a requirement, so you have to have that on there. But other than that, you just have what kind of product it is, and there's nothing else, no qualifiers, no reasons why to buy. 110% if Apple made products or skincare, this is exactly what it'll look like, flat of white. Next up are these two eyeshadow palettes from Morphe. Damn it, this one could go under stock image too, possibly. I don't understand why the colorful one, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, has like a texture pattern behind it, and then the brown one is just like, nope. Also, these look exactly like ColourPop. I wonder if that texture one is like trying to be like ColourPop. I wouldn't be surprised. I actually don't mind it. It's like a really nice texture. Like it looks a little stockish, but it's like not too much. What would this fall under? I'm gonna put this under a serif logo moment. It's not a logo. I think I'm gonna change that for next time, but it's not a logo, but it's a giant serif 9M. Like 9mm? What? 9 million? Why is it 9M? Oh, melon. Oh, the M stands for melon. What is this like? I'm sorry, but this looks like it's some sort of like a weapon, like 9M. 9R, am I wrong? Like, anyways, otherwise, bland old Morphe. I don't know, honestly, who's looking out for Morphe anymore. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. We've got the ColourPop, one of the millions and millions of basically releases ColourPop does monthly. This is the, oh, what is it called? I don't know, but it has like tropical leaves all over it. When haven't they done? I really like this color story. And I really like the packaging. They always kill it with the packaging. Let's be honest, like 90% of the time, maybe 95% of the time, I think their packaging is really nice for what it is. I mean, for what they sell and for kind of who they are as a brand. I think it really fits. Side note, I'm really surprised that they're releasing those blushes because I've heard nothing but horrible things about those like cream blushes in those tubes. And that reminds me, okay, this could go under one of two things. This could go under patterns everywhere, probably gonna put it under there, or it could go under condensed cap sans serif because we've got that freaking sans serif giant cheek dew on those blushes, but it is not, quite caps and it's not condensed looking, so I'm gonna put it under patterns everywhere. So this is the new ABH and Norvina collection palette, another giant palette. Yet again, and this one is like a bigger size of her original like 12 pan little square pen palette. Literally nobody asked for this. And this one actually could go under, I don't know, this one has like glitter in it. And I feel like, I'm sure it's not like embossed. I don't know what the box would look like, but I don't mind the packaging. I think it's nice and sleek. These palettes are really, really heavy. Just by the way, if you ever want to like work out while you're doing your makeup, this is for you. But I do love the purple, and I don't mind the texture. The actual like design reminds me of the design I did for Sydney Grace's empty palettes a little bit with the triangles. So what should this go under? Because this is a pattern. It could have been under pattern. I'm gonna say, I don't think I have anything to put this under, so wah wah. All right, more eyeshadow palettes. These are the Cutie palettes from Nabla. I don't know what it is, but every time Nabla comes out with something, I can't quite make it to hit and check out. I've tried a bunch of their stuff before, way before. Some of their cream eyeshadows in those little pots, I let them dry out. I probably use them maybe 3 times. And then I've tried their like metallic liners. Those are really, really nice and they lasted me a long time. I really, really love this bluey purpley palette. The designs on there were interesting. They look a little bit like 90s, I want to say. They just like a lot. There's just like a lot happening. I'm going to put this under everything but the kitchen sink. Again, another like purpley periwinkle packaging. Like that seems to be like a huge trend. The shimmers look absolutely stunning. I hate the fact that Cutie is in like a dotted font. Like why? And then Nabla's in the center. It's just like confusing. And then there's just like so much happening. We've got like number 6, number 7. We have some icons in the left corner. Then it says analog, which is the name of the palette. I don't know what the other one is. It's cut off. And then Nabla in the center. It just makes no sense. Like I just would like to have a word with the designer on this because it's a lot. But I mean, this palette is clearly about what's inside. Ooh, more palettes. Here we go. BH Cosmetics. I'm not gonna lie, that Paris palette really was tempting. It is really beautiful. A little bit similar vibe actually, like that other palette from Nabla we're just looking at. And then the Puerto Rico palette, I feel like it's just such a shame. I just feel like it doesn't make any sense because Paris has like a couple of other shades thrown in there, and then Puerto Rico is just like oranges and, you know, reds, and it's just I feel like I saw a lot of people who are from Puerto Rico in the comments definitely not too happy about it. But anyways, we've got that design, and this design, this is a very common treatment of the name of the palette, which is just like an outline of the font and then like a pretend shadow behind it. It's a really cool effect. It definitely adds some interest. I don't think this really needed it because we also have that stamp of arrived with the plane on it, and then we have a beautiful shot of the place. The photo and the colors that inspire the inside of the palette. It's not like the worst, but it's definitely busy. I'm gonna put beautiful product and ugly packaging. Ooh, finally some indie. We've got the Odin's Eye release. Where is that? I think Odin's Eye has nice design, okay? I think that they have a good way of designing things in a very specific aesthetic, which is that kind of fairy tale aesthetic. It's not my personal favorite. It's definitely not like great design. It's its own kind of like thing, you know? So I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite. I think it's cute. I do like that they do some kind of spa gloss. They do some metallics. They do some embossing as well. So they have like a nice variety of just different things on the packaging that makes the packaging really nice. Let's see, where should I put this? I'm not really sure. I really like that font actually at the top. I think that's really fun and it really matches the design. So props for that. I'm gonna put this under Spa Gloss and Emboss Me Bitch because they do some of those kind of things on their packaging. Maybe I don't have any of that. I did not purchase this, so I'm not 100% sure, but I know I've had some other things and I've seen other pieces of their packaging and they have done that before. Next up we have these brushes from Spectrum. They seem to be on a roll. It seems like they do kind of repackage almost their current brushes, and they just do a bunch of different designs to kind of, you know, reach a really wide audience and just like who might like that pattern. I really like the one with the lemon. It reminds me of that semi-recent release from ColourPop I think it's called Limoncello. It reminds me of that. I think that looks really cute. I love the pattern. The pattern looks really beautiful. I love the orange, love the blue ones. I'm not really sure what to put this under because I already used up my patterns everywhere. So let's see. Oh, this is a collab I just saw. We've got Michelle in like a handwriting, Spectrum and Michelle. Okay, I'm gonna put this under whose handwriting is this because it sure as hell is not Michelle's. Probably at least like 99% of the time it's just a font. So I'm gonna put it under there. All right, next up we have an indie brand. This is Alien Cosmetics Don't Be Jelly palette. I have honestly so many thoughts on Alien Cosmetics, but we are here for the design of the packaging. And I'm going to say, this looks like a stock image, but you know, I already put it under there. We've got that cursive font. They could have also been under whose handwriting is it? Yeah, I think I like the colors. I like the jellyfish is interesting for sure, but it definitely doesn't look like super unique. They do usually like they have an artist actually draw the cover of the packaging, so I'm a little surprised that they're using something a little bit more kind of not unique. So I'm gonna put this under make the logo bigger in like a sarcastic way because I think that the logo is too big. It's about the eyeshadow palette name, and then the Alien Cosmetics should be secondary. So I'm gonna put that on there, but I do appreciate the minimal text on here. But overall, I don't think Alien Cosmetics needs to be that big. Ooh, I should have put that under Kerning Ever Heard of It. Actually, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna put it under Kerning Ever Heard of It because the Alien Cosmetics logo could use some kerning. It's very condensed and it's like very thick to thin serif font. So I think it falls better under there. All right, next up we have the Melt Cosmetics Brunette palette. I don't mind the font. It looks like Gotham Rounded actually. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. See, this is how you do an eyeshadow palette. Brunette, which is the name of the palette, and then Melt Cosmetics underneath because the main thing here is the palette. Anyways, here's Melt Cosmetics releasing yet another neutral palette with some cool tones and probably iffy shimmers, let's be honest. The packaging is really nice and sleek and definitely did not cost a lot of money compared to some of their other packaging. So this one, I'm going to say all the gradients because there is a like metallic gradient going on. I mean, it's nice. I'm definitely not saying it's a bad thing, but that's the situation. All right, and that just leaves the free space. Graphic design is my passion, and that is bingo. Yay! So this was super fun. I definitely had a good time. I really liked talking about the packaging and the design versus just like if I'm buying it or not. I will definitely speak on it here and there if I am really interested in something or just really not. And make sure you check out Emily Hanhan's channel and the New Makeup Nonsense Bingo that she does along with a bunch of other creators. It's super fun to watch. It's a little bit of a spin on new makeup releases, and this way it's a little bit more randomized, and I will probably be mixing up and maybe changing some of these spots on the bingo card. So I would love to hear your suggestions down in the description box, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love you to subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content already on my channel and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.